Welcome. Welcome to Touching the Edge. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being part of this series right now, this series that we're entitling Finding What Was Never Lost. I kind of tripped over that in one of the earlier videos, but finding what was never lost, finding a relationship to letting go of doubt and stepping into presence. And I want to suggest that this is about reminding ourselves right when we feel triggered, right when we feel mesmerized. And there's so many different ways of doing that. And one of them is really focusing in the breath. You know, it's interesting for me because, I've been doing meditation practice for about 50 years now. And, I felt like I had really examined the breath. But one of my great teachers, who's also my coworker, Kathleen, she really talked and focuses on a different relationship to breath than that which I had focused on before. And so what I'm suggesting to you is when you develop an intimate relationship with the breath, when you feel a sense of being triggered or a sense of charge in the world, when you come back to the breath, and that is the essence of the de-escalation template, the breath. I want to suggest to you that the breath is so powerful. And so what Kathleen talks about is hearing, listening for the breath. Now, for me, in my history, it was more focused on experiencing the sensation of breathing, feeling the air coming in and out of the nostrils, noticing the shift between inhalation and exhalation, really being aware of some of the textural elements of it, But it was a revelation for me to really consider listening for the breath, that silent breath, really listening for that quality of breathing. We talk about this often, that the art of self-mastery is being able to focus on subtlety in the midst of intensity. And when you are focusing in the sound of your breath, you're always focusing in the subtle. So how about that? Listen for your breath. Take Kathleen's advice. And I want to suggest that when you do that, don't even go beyond that. Feel all the aspects of breath. Noticing how scent and breath are related. Be aware when you are breathing and slowing the breathing down, how your nervous system calms. When you realize this, when you realize that you are calming, you become even more calm. So today, the mission, should you choose to accept it, is to listen for the breath. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being part of finding what was never lost. A sense of release of doubt and stepping into a deep comfort of knowing. Here we go. I'm going to ring the bell. When you realize that you've never lost what you've been looking for, there's a deep peace that abides in every moment. Thank you so much for joining. Have a wonderful day.